Welcome again, everybody. Now I will start to show you how to configure point-to-point interfaces between VYOS router and Cisco router. I'll show you how to configure also IP address and IP version 6 address and being point-to-point between them. Okay, now let's go to our Cisco router, and I think most of you will know this configuration. Now we are having two interfaces connected to the VYOS router. Let's take the first one. Let's configure this interface with an IP address. /30, and also let's configure an IP version 6 address. And here we have the interface. Now let's go to our VYOS router. As I mentioned before, the default login of our VYOS router is VYOS, and here is our router. To start the configuration of the VYOS router, you should type configure, and then to show the configuration of the current interfaces, show interfaces, and this is the current interfaces configuration. We are having Ethernet 0 and Ethernet 1. This is the interfaces connected to the Cisco router here. Here we are having Ethernet 0 and Ethernet 1. Let's configure at Ethernet 0. To configure an IP address or IP version 6 address, is the same syntax here: set interface, and then the type of the interface, the name of the interface, and then address. If you configure an IP version 4, so you configure the IP version 4 like that. If you configure an IP version 6, you type the same, but with the IP version 6 address. Now to this you have put the configuration, but still the configuration is not effective at the router. To show the configuration change you have done, you made compare. Compare show you that you configure these two addresses under this interface. To make this configuration effective, you should commit your configuration. If you commit your configuration, this configuration will not be stable as the router in case the router reloads. So to save this configuration to the router, in case the router reload, you should make a save, so it's saved to the config boot. And if your router reload now, you will find this configuration also. Now to check the status of the interfaces, in case you are in the configuration mode, you write run, and the same if you are out of the configuration mode but without run show interfaces. And you can see that this is Ethernet 1, yes, but I think we are connected to Ethernet 0, not Ethernet 1. So now I will remove this configuration from Ethernet 1 to Ethernet 0. How to remove configuration? We used to set the configuration, we use set. To delete the configuration, we will use delete. One address and same. Now to set the address for Ethernet 0, the same configuration but for Ethernet 0. Now let's compare our configuration. You can find that with the -1 is the configuration we have deleted, with the +1 is the configuration we have added. Now let's commit our configuration and save it. And now let's show our configuration. Let's show our interfaces. Now we are having Ethernet 0, the admin of it is up, and its line protocol is up, and this is the IP address. Let's try to ping. And now it's pinging. Let's try to ping IP version 6. This is not pinging because of some missing configuration here at the Cisco router, because we should put IP version 6 unicast routing. And let's try the ping again. Now it's pinging. So now we learned how to configure the interface point to point and the IP address point to point. Either it's IP version 4 or IP version 6. To show the traffic at your interface, you should make run show interface physical, run show interface Ethernet 0 physical, and here you can see the physical status of your interface. And to check the traffic at it, you can check its statistics, and you can see that the amount of bytes it have received, the amount packets it have sent, received, and bytes. Let's try another ping and check this counter is increasing. And now this is it. Transmission packets 33, and here transmission packets is 28, and received packet is 29, here is 24. That's enough for this video. Thank you for viewing, and hope that was informative for you.